Top of the morning. You know, this that Street Cred podcast, hanging with a trucker. You know, this message is out here for them old heads and them YNs. You know, it's a thin line between love and hate. You know, it's a thin line between old heads and YNs, man. You know what I mean? You got them old heads that swear they know it all and got it all and swear, you know, they got the wisdom and that knowledge. Man, they ain't really too much got nothing. Then you got them young heads that don't want to listen to nobody that's hot-headed, you know what I mean? That you can't tell them nothing. But then, man, when they get in a situation, they looking for an old head to bail them out. You know what I mean? So, this that thin line between old heads and young niggas, them YNs, man. See, them old heads, man, they some jealous motherfuckers. We just gonna get that out there, man. Old heads is stubborn. Most of them jealous. You know what I mean? They up in age. They see these young dudes. They out here, man, you know, looking good. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say no homo or pause, cause shit, I ain't no gay nigga, man. I don't play that rainbow, and if I do play the rainbow, nigga, it's about them bitches, man. So all that other shit, man, that's for them YNs. So, but yeah, you got, you know, they jealous, you know what I mean? So you got these young niggas, they out here, man, they looking good. They out here in these scat packs, these Hellcats, these Hemis, you know what I mean? They out here in these vests, these forms, you know what I mean? They looking good, got these chains around their necks, man, you know, they shoe game, clothes game, cool. Some of them broke, though, you know, majority of them broke, but we ain't gonna get into that, you know, that's another story, but they looking good. So you got this old head that been out here, been in the lane since damn near 79, 80, you know, late 90s, early 2000s. So they out here, you know, they ain't never had to shine. They ain't never had a day in the light. So if you ain't never had a day in the light and you got a little young nigga and he over here, he looking good, and you know what I mean? So now you go, well, me, I don't hate, but now they go hate, and I see why they hating. You know what I mean? I don't understand why they hating, but I see why they hating. You know what I mean? Because a old head like me, if I see a youngster, a YN, and he out there balling and he get it, hey, youngster, put me on, shit. See, I ain't scared to say put me on. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know it all. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Show me how you getting it. You know what I mean? Because see, nowadays, like I was telling the homie, we used to be on the block, man, to get 30, 40, 50,000, man. You used to have to put some grinding in and some grinding in and some grinding in and some OT and all type of stuff to get some bread. Nowadays, these little youngsters hitting 30, 40, 50 G's, man, just on the first pop, bam, there go 30, bam, there go another 30, bam, there go 50. You look up, little YN, man, sitting on about 150. They don't know what to do with it, but you know that cash flow come fast nowadays. So them old heads, they be hating on these YNs. So we about to show you, man, how to bridge this line, man. You know, it's a thin line between an old head and a YN. A thin line between love and hate. You know what I mean?